It's Week 13 of the NFL, and we'll see Brock Purdy. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the 49ers and the Bills under the lights on Sunday night.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Motion man is Shakir. To throw, it's Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo.
Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And taken right at the 35. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. And they'll accept that penalty. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Allen has his man. It's Shakir. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge, heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 28 yards.
And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try now for Moody.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
And this will be incomplete.
You look at this Niner defense.
It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the gun, it's Allen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately,
under pressure, and they got to him again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. Out of the gun, Purdy. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 62 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
What's that? What's that?
Now Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Juwan Jennings,
31 yards.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now Moody for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, on Monday night, Cyber Monday,
put the credit card away and settle in for the Browns and Broncos from Denver. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Well, you talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
They'll roll him out right. That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Still first down.
Here we go, set. Smash, smash.
Play action. Now Purdy sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Pearsall. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll buy some time right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Purdy now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They go with McCaffrey.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen going to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Coleman has it here right side.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And again, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Coleman, the man in motion left. Throwing on second and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down, 49ers.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Purdy looking to throw.
Rolling to his right.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
To the air, Allen.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Go. To throw, it's Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing now is Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Moody for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Allen. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the 49ers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.